Hey friends, today we're going to be talking about how you can use data to be able to fix problems in your organization and really to spot problems in your organization. Now this may be something that you're incredibly well versed in. It may be something that you're struggling with. It may be something that you're curious about. Why all the data? Why does it matter? What's it for? I want to give a concrete example of gathering data, of using data, and understanding how that can help bring to light issues and then lend itself to some possible solutions. In Salt Lake City, Utah, there's an organization that's offering services to homeless individuals. This organization is not unique. They offer the same sort of type of services at organizations around the country, helping individuals be able to find showers, be able to find access to computers, case managers, food, places to sleep, being able to help them in all sorts of ways. This organization contracted with Pulse for Good to be able to help them gather some information about what people felt their services were how those services were received. They wanted to know, do people enjoy the services that we give them? Do they feel like it adds value? And how could we make it better? As part of this, we gathered feedback about their demographics and let them self-report their demographics. This included race, ethnicity, age, how long they had been homeless, and also sexual orientation and gender. Now, a lot of interesting data came out of this, but there's one in particular that I wanted to touch on that I thought was interesting. And it is a good example of how data can help your organization improve. As part of this, we asked a question of how was your overall experience? It was graded on a 1 to 5 scale. And then we started breaking down each individual group's scores for the demographics to try and see, is there a population that was having a meaningfully worse experience than others, or a meaningfully better experience than others, and try and replicate what's happening that's good and decrease what's happening that's bad. In going through all of them, one in particular caught our eye. It was the answers around gender. For those that self-identified as male, the average score was somewhere between 4 and 5 stars. For those that self-identified as female, the average score was right about 4 stars in how their overall experience was. For those that self-identified as transgender, the average score was about 2 stars. Now, this was a dramatic difference. It's a colossal change. And what it did is it gave us the opportunity to be able to work with the organization to try and say, what's happening? How can we gather more information and make changes? It exposed a problem they didn't know they had. Now, let's rewind to your organization. You say, how can data help me? Now, look at this organization we just talked about. Data helped in a few ways. It helped find areas to improve. It helped find areas they were doing well. And it provided a tangible area to be able to improve and how to track that improvement. Right? It was very clear, if you're getting 2 stars for those that are experiencing homelessness and are self-identified as transgender, the things I should do to help should increase that ranking. It provides a benchmark for you to work against to be able to improve and to know that your improvements actually are helping. So after a bunch of different work, this organization eventually increased their scores. And right now, if you check their scores, you'll notice that for those that are experiencing homelessness, that are self-identified as transgender, they have a star ranking of just under 4 stars, somewhere between 3.5 and 4 stars. That's a vast improvement because this organization was able to focus and try and understand what was going wrong and how can we fix it. One of the most telling things about it is the organization didn't know they had a problem before they began gathering the data. For your organization, there's problems that are lurking out there, and they'll eventually rear their ugly head if you tackle them while they're small, while they're findable in the data, but maybe not super apparent in life. If you'll tackle them then, you'll gain a huge advantage in the future, because it's way easier to smash things that are small than things that are given a life of their own as they grow. If you have any questions about the data that we're sharing, about the solution that we use, or about anything in this process, we're happy to help, happy to talk, and happy to share our experience with using data to try and help organizations improve. Feel free to reach out or visit www.pulseforgood.com. See you next time.